Yo, 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 what is up, my fallopian tubers? Cesario from the barrio. Coming back at you with another video for your butt. And today's going to be a video response for Jason Handy, aka Zombiecollector. All right, and he wanted to know like two things, like how have you experienced any card shows, and how's it been like? Have the prices been outrageous like you heard about? And two, if you sell your cards, or would you, or whatever. So let's get started. So last Saturday when I went to my card show, it's not too much difference except for the high-end cards. They are astronomical, and but this is one of the things about I love going to card shows, And one thing that I don't know, you guys tell me. Something that I think I've been kind of coming to a conclusion is that collectors are extroverts. Like they like to go out. They like to put in the work to find the cheaper cards. And flippers seem to be introverts. They like to stay home and just buy cards on their computer and don't deal with people. And that's probably the wrong term to use. I don't know why I would say deal with people. I love talking to people. I'm a people person, man. I don't know. I'd rather be out talking to people. I love going to the show and talking to the dealers, One of the dealers, and this is a conversation I had like way before the COVID. Probably mentioned it before in a video, but I was looking for a card for a friend, and I was asking him about the prices and this and that. And he was telling me about this was like during the height of Trae Young and Luka Doncic and Williamson and all the Zion stuff. And he was like telling me about the different customers, the collectors and the flippers, So he said like he hardly ever brought his high-end stuff to the show because he had a better chance of selling them on eBay to the flippers. He's like he would tell me prices. He would show me a Zion, see the Zion for $50. No collector's gonna buy an unproven rookie for $50. It's the flippers who buy it. Conversations like that, man. I really love that. So that's kind of what I come to that conclusion where like what, collectors seem to be extroverts and flippers seem to be insecure little introverts. Sorry, it's just a joke. It's not real. I say, goddamn. But so the point I'm getting to is at the show, cards in person, I still always believe are way cheaper than eBay. And when I do buy at the show and the dealer looks up the cards, he'll always look up eBay and give it to me 75 to 50% off the eBay price, Always, always. They look it up. It's $100 card. I'll give it to you for 50, $60. That's all, it's like always been cheaper for me in person. That's what I've noticed, The only thing that I can really see that has gone up in prices is supplies. Everywhere supplies are expensive, but I think that's more has to do more with the COVID thing and production. Because, like, people are selling these for like $30. Look at that. I was able to get mine for 20, but most of those are going for like $30. And just last year, I was buying those for like $12, $11, man. It's just, it's crazy. It's crazy, but you can understand with all the stuff going around. So, you guys saw one of my videos the last time I went to the card show and I bought all those supplies. I had also bought some cards and I forgot to put it in the video. So, I was going through this man's $2 box, right? And I come across these three cards. This Griffey, this Alex Rodriguez, and this Manny Machado, So the man, when he's going through these cards, he's like, "Did you get this out of the $2 box?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, man." He's like, "Well, then I got to sell it to you for $2. And let me tell you a little bit about a backstory with that, okay? This man, he's kind of new to the card show. He's been there about a year. That he goes to that card show and sells. But what he always does is he'll put like $10, $20, sometimes even like $50 cards in his dollar box or $2 box, you know. So there's been a few cards like that that I've came across, and I'm almost positive now that he does it on purpose, you know, and he plays like he didn't know, like, oh, was that card in there? Because I go through the same box every time I go through the same box, you know, and this card wasn't in the $2 box, you know, a couple months ago, and this is a card that he pulled from a pack himself. So I just think that is so freaking cool, you know. So that'll answer my part two of this video response. But that's what he does. He likes to put like an expensive card in the dollar box for some lucky guy that knows his cards to discover, and he sells them to that at that price. So you just go home like, whoa, look, you know. So you know, I bought two more cards from the $2. I bought one more card from the $2 box, which was this Joe DiMaggio. And this is just so cool, man. You know, it has a story about him and his brother. This whole thing is the game, you know, like the little score box to the game. I know you can't see it. Where him and his brother played, and his brother had got the potentially game-winning run, you know, started the rally. And then Joe DiMaggio in the last inning, you know, brought in the winning run. You know, so big brother, you know, dominant brother ended up taking the glory. And then I also got this card, you know, and he was also like, was that in there? Was that in there too? He's like, oh man, that's such a great card. He's like, I gotta keep my word. So I ended up getting these 5 cards for $10. You know, I'm not sure if you can find these 5 cards for $10 on eBay, but I don't know. I don't do eBay, but from my experience, eBay is just freaking expensive. I always find cards in person cheaper than on eBay. You know, that's just me. But anyways, coming to the part where would you sell is like, I've said this many times before, is like, as of right now, I don't sell. I don't sell my cards. I don't sell. I don't try to profit. I don't sell just to buy, reinvest or repurchase cards, you know, put it back into my collection. But I'm not opposed to it. I just want to do that when I'm older and do stuff like this guy. You know, when I first started going to this car show, it was nothing but old timers. Everybody there was old timers, you know. And the first guy that sold me my first real vintage card, my 58 Mano, he gave me layaway, you know. You know, and then he passed away. And then I remember the other guy, there was another guy that I bought a couple Mickey Manos from, and I told him, hey, I'm gonna come back next week, and then I'm gonna put that Ernie Banks on layaway, the 54, you know, tops rookie Ernie Banks. Went the next week, he wasn't there. You know, he's the guy that I bought those posters that you see of Jose Canseco, Nolan Ryan, Ken Griffey Jr., and all those posters that I have. They're Mother's Cookies. He was the one I bought those from too. And so after a couple of weeks, you know, I asked some other guy, Bob, another dealer, like, hey man, what's up with the homeboy? He hasn't been here. And he's, oh, he died of a heart attack. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, he died. I was like, oh my God. You know, and sadly, these guys, these older dealers that are just cool as hell, man. Been cool as hell. You know, there's one dealer there that he almost never sells a thing because his stuff is way overpriced. Like and he's telling me, yeah, I do that on purpose. I'm not trying to sell my cards. I just do this to get out of the house. You know, he's like, I just do this to escape the wife. So that's the kind of thing I want to do when I get older. You know, it's like, just give other collectors great deals, you know. I know a lot of people say they want to pass on their cards to their kids, their family, and this and that. I don't have any intentions of doing that, you know. I didn't raise any crackheads. I hope they don't need my cards to survive when I pass, you know. Hopefully they're independent people, and they don't need my cards. I want to give my cards to people who will appreciate them, you know. So I want to sell them cheap when I get older. Hopefully I'm financially stable, I have no worries, and I can do that like all these guys, you know. So yes, I would sell cards in the future, but not now. So there you go, Zombie Man, Jason. Love the hobby, people, and keep collecting baseball cards forever, I say. Ciao. And respect others people's ways of collecting, man. All right. Love everybody. And let me know, man. I know most of you people never paid attention to Corey Seager before, but if you've been watching the playoffs, what you think? Go Dodgers! Taco about it, taco about it, taco about it, taco about it. Beep, 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 beep. Come on, Dodgers. Benson's 88. Quit playing with my emotions.